Hey, Mark and Grace Driscoll here for the XO Real Marriage Podcast. And we're just going to do some special episodes that are really practical. And our first one is answering how to plan the holidays as a couple and family.
Okay, we don't prepare these. They just happen. Let's be honest about our first Christmas as a married couple.
The next question.
No, we're going to be honest. Because if you don't architect the holidays, they really don't come together.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stress during the holidays. You're working, you're trying to get everything caught up, you've got shopping, you've got guests, maybe travel. In addition, there's financial pressures.
Yes.
You're hoping to get some time off, so you're needing to get everything off of your to-do list. We got married while we were in college. And as a result, we just come home and we kind of assumed that our extended families would have the tree up and Christmas planned, and we just sort of jump right in. We didn't do a good job, especially that first year, as a newly married couple, figuring out how we were going to do our own kind of holidays and Christmas.
And we hadn't talked about any expectations about what you expected for holidays, what I expected for holidays, and how to celebrate even. And so we were home, which normally we would have gone with my family to the ocean, and I worked right up until Christmas.
We both were just working tons of hours trying to make money and trying to get some time off.
And so I didn't really decorate the house, and he grew up in a home that was very decorated for every single holiday, which is great. I just didn't think about it. And so we didn't have a Christmas tree. And so I put bows on our angel leaf begonia.
I didn't even like the begonia. It was always in the way whenever I would walk by.
They were cute plaid bows, though.
Yeah, so we didn't have a plan. So we just show up literally. It's like nighttime, it's dinner time. Was it Christmas Eve?
I think so. Yeah.
It was Christmas Eve. So we both walk in and it's like, hey, what'd you plan for Christmas? Nothing. Neither of us had a plan.
I hadn't gone grocery shopping, and so literally the only thing we had in the cupboards, because we were on a tight budget with food.
We were brokety broke, new married broke.
I had pancake mix and syrup. I don't even know if we had a protein to go with it.
No.
And he doesn't like pancakes, which I didn't know until 5 years into our marriage. So it was like the worst.
So we had plaid bows on a begonia that I hated, and we ate pancakes.
And then we thought, what are we going to do? It's Christmas Eve. We need to do something. Our family's gone. And so we decided to go to a movie, and the movie was on adultery. So it was horrible.
Was it like Bridges of Madison County?
Over Madison County.
Oh, gosh. I totally forgot about that. We sat down. We're like, hey, we'll celebrate Jesus' birth by watching a movie on adultery. So we got up and left.
Oh. But we've come a long way.
Yeah, well, it couldn't get any worse. Begonias,
yes.
Pancakes, and adultery.
So it's important to start out talking about expectations and combining traditions. If there's something that each of you really like from your upbringing or really don't like from your upbringing, talk through that, laugh about it, and make sure you're considerate. I don't necessarily always like the traditions that he had, but it's not going to harm me. So
one of them we had, my mom would do so much Christmas baking. It was cookies and fudge.
Yeah, she was, total
The house
baker.
was decorated.
It was awesome.
And everything was set up, and Mom went over the top. So thanks, Mom. Mm-hmm. And then one of the things we would do as well is when I was a kid, we always had a birthday cake for Jesus. And we would sing happy birthday to Jesus and blow out the candles, and we would have a birthday cake for Jesus. And it was this
great idea. The kids loved it.
Yeah, the kids loved it. And so there were certain things that when you grow up in a family, the way you do it, you assume is normal. Mm-hmm. And you assume that the other family is probably doing it the way you're doing it. And then you get married and you realize that both of your families are just weird in different ways.
Yeah. So I think with that was a great tradition to keep. And really consider how it emphasizes that Christmas is actually about Jesus' birthday. Mm-hmm. And it cemented that in the kids' minds so that they don't think it's just about, gifts and other things that can commercialize some of the holidays, but it's about Jesus' birthday and to center it around that. And so it's important to if you are a Christian family trying to celebrate the Christian holidays, to be able to look at, okay, how can we represent Jesus through this, whether it's a birthday cake or doing eggs at, Easter and trying to figure out how to incorporate that into the Easter story. So we've had to really look at each of the holidays and how to do that.
So one of the things we always recommend is if you're going to be one, and God wants you to be one, it's really helpful to have one calendar.
Yes.
And so one of the things we do, we have a shared calendar that we both post on and we can see, and it just helps to organize and architect our life. Otherwise, you may love each other and just miss each other because you've not prepared and planned for one another.
Yeah.
And so we would recommend long before the holidays hit, sit down and look at the calendar. Okay, when do we do this party? When do we do that party? Are we going to go away? Maybe part of our Christmas present is after the holidays, we're exhausted, we go, on a little mini vacation or go check into a hotel for a couple of days. What do we do with the in-laws? What do we do with the outlaws? How do we architect all of this? How much money do we spend? What does the budget look like? What are the expectations? Do we open our gifts on Christmas Eve? Do we open them on Christmas Day? Are we going to sit around and watch Lifetime movies? And if you're a guy, the answer is no. But if you love your girl, the answer is probably yes.
Is there going to be music in the background all the time?
Yeah, are we going to be doing Christmas music? Are we decorating the house? When does the tree go up? Does a tree go up? What kind of tree goes up? Natural tree, fake tree, white tree, green tree? There are a lot of landmines to navigate through the holiday season.
It took me a long time to get my fake tree.
Oh, gosh. Okay, since we're being totally honest, this was one of the great concessions of the Driscoll Marriage Project. Be honest about our Christmas tree. This was one of those marital concessions.
Okay, well, be honest about how much you participated in the Christmas tree.
I did nothing. I am worthless, and I'm praying about changing. And so I would have these expectations that were unfair, and I know where you're going. You're wanting me to confess, so I'll do that for you. It's my early present to you. So I was not very helpful. I'm very good at delegating. It's one of my spiritual gifts. And so I would have a lot of good ideas that then I would expect you to execute on, which was unreasonable. And I was the one that tried to always I'm fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would be the guy, I would record all the Christmas shows for the kids. We would record all of them, all those classic specials. Classics, and then there was always Christmas music playing, old school Bing Crosby, not that Mariah Carey horror. And then what I would do as well, I would figure out wherever all of the best Christmas lights were.
Yes, and we would drive around.
And the kids would get in their pajamas, and I'd put Bing Crosby on, and we'd go get them all hot chocolate with the marshmallows, and we would drive around and look at all the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And now our kids are all 6 foot tall and in their 20s. And so,
they won't do it anymore.
But I'm going to try. Even though it'd be super odd with all the kids in the car. But if they would do it, we would do it. We did it last year. We all jumped into Landon's old station wagon and tried to do a Griswold family light festival exploration. So I like certain things. I like family dinner. I like decorated house. I like Christmas lights. I like all of that. And the problem was I didn't articulate it. And I didn't necessarily plan for it. And then I would be disappointed when you didn't read my mind and do the things that I just thought, normal, God-fearing, happy holiday people would do. So I apologize for that.
I forgive you.
So I just disclosed, it's your turn now. You can pick it up.
Well, you told me to tell about the Christmas tree, so I just didn't like doing Christmas lights every year because it was a nightmare on a 10-foot plus tree.
You hate decorating Christmas trees.
Well, yeah. So I finally...
And I think natural green trees
and this year
that the Lord made...
Got a silver tree.
She got a fake tree.
And I put ornaments on it. And then
and the lights.
And the lights were already on.
Oh, you bought it with the lights?
Yes. And so...
That was really efficient.
Then I wanted to be extra efficient. So I decorated, it looked great because my mom helped me. And then I wrapped it in saran so that I don't ever have to decorate it again.
And we put it in the garage. I kid you not.
It's brilliant.
I had no idea. I promise you I had no idea we were going to have this conversation. I have Christmas in July. I have Christmas in August.
In the garage,
In the garage.
It's awesome.
I just go in and plug the tree in and just have myself a little happy birthday, Jesus moment. So we have a huge Christmas tree that lives in our garage all year. So then the boys and I, we need to find a way to get it into the house, but it's too fat to go through the doorway. And so we're always negotiating not losing the bulbs. But thankfully, they're all saran wrapped together so nothing falls from the tree. I feel like
people love it.
I feel like we have really helped some couples get delivered today from all the holiday burdens.
Yes.
What else could they do? Get a common calendar, sketch out, figure out, here's what we're going to do, where we're going to go. Here's some of the traditions that I want to carry forth. Here's how much money we're going to spend. What else
These
can
are the
they do?
people we're not going to spend time with or spend time with. For me, the holidays were about spending time with other people. For you, it was spending time as
Just
an
the
immediate family.
You're more of an extrovert. I'm more of an introvert. So when we could, you would want to bring everybody over, and then I wanted to move. I just want to be with you and the kids. And so we had to navigate all of this. And part of it is the sequencing. What is work going to look like? You know, and if we're going to do entertaining, you know, if one of us is an introvert, do we do that every night, or do we give a little recovery time in the middle of that?
Yeah.
And it was also issues like meals, because my family and your family had a different Christmas meal tradition.
Yes, the dietary selections were different.
Okay, we're just doing honest.
Yeah, so your family had pizza on Christmas Eve.
Not just pizza.
Papa Murphy.
I think it was Papa
Take it
Murphy's.
home. Take home.
Yeah, it was
and
like
bake
the
pizza.
cowboy pizza. I think there was
cowboy pizza.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
So praise the Lord. We would do cowboy pizza, and then we would have a Jell-O birthday cake for Jesus. It was a cake with Jell-O in it.
Yeah, you injected Jell-O into the white cake.
So nutritional value off the charts. Your family was a little more formal than the...
My mom made homemade pie. We always had a planned menu, and everybody participated in it. There was always protein and greens and healthy
linens.
sides and linens and decor.
And usually prime rib or
That
a nice
was on
ham.
Christmas.
Nice ham. And opening gifts. Does that happen on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
It was Christmas Eve for you
This
guys.
is like the Crips and the
Christmas for
Bloods.
us.
This is.
But it worked out because your family did the bigger celebration on Christmas Eve and mine did it on Christmas. So we just kind of followed that tradition.
We had double Christmas days. And what we do now, after Christmas, it's a little bit of a break. We're usually exhausted and tired. I like to get away for a couple of days. Just to relax, I need to reset in a different environment. So that's part of our holiday tradition.
And one year you wanted to do it before, and I agreed to, and it wasn't good because then I have to scramble to come back and prepare.
I forgot we need to like get ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
I felt very relaxed, and you were very stressed. And now that, and once you start
It's about serving each other and figuring out what works.
Yes, and every year you're going to do something wrong
Tweak
and then
it
try and make notes and make it right. And then as we started having kids, we started including them in the planning. What do you kids want to do? What do you like? You know, what hopes do you have? And different kids have different things that they want to contribute to the holiday season.
Back to the tree. The kids wanted to decorate the tree with their own decorations. And
When they were little.
And I wasn't a mom that let them dress themselves or decorate a family tree. And so I got them each their own fake trees.
Okay, so what you just said was you're a high controlling mother named Grace.
Yes.
It's very, very tricky, that variable. So
They're good. They love Jesus.
They do. So, so rather than letting them put all of their decorations on the tree,
I let them decorate their own trees for their bedroom.
little tiny trees in all the kids' room with their own lights, and they would decorate it however they
adorable.
wanted. And then they all had their own little tree in their room.
Yeah.
That was fun. That worked out well. It's a nice little concession.
Okay. It's good.
Anything else we feel like we need to Christmas confess?
No.
Okay. Our encouragement would be have the conversation,
Yep.
make a plan. Otherwise, you're just going to argue along the way and then criticize when things don't happen that you assume should or would happen.
Be willing to give and take.
Include the kids, factor in the extended family and the work. And with my daughters, one of my things, especially when they were little, now that they got husbands, their husbands kind of fill in the gap a bit, or a husband, Daddy Christmas dates was always my favorite thing of the year. And I would ask my daughters, okay, you're going to get a whole day with Dad. And what that meant was Dad gets a whole day with you, because I was really excited.
And I took the girls to mother-daughter tea.
You would do mother-daughter Christmas tea, formal high tea, all dressed up. I would take the girls on whatever daddy date they wanted, each individual, not as a group. And so one would say, I want to go ice skating, and I want to go to dinner, and I want to go to this play, and then I want to go shopping, and then I want to go see Christmas lights, and whatever they wanted. They got whatever they wanted, and we would do these. I mean, there were certain years that we got on a plane and flew to another state for Daddy Christmas date. That's next level. And one of my daughters, for a Daddy Christmas date, I took her to a really nice jeweler and bought her a really nice purity promise ring when she was a teenager, and laid hands and prayed over her, and then I cried a lot. But yeah, it's just trying to think about what it would be like for both of you to, at the end of the Christmas season, say, or the holiday season, say, that was great. My heart feels full. I'm grateful. Yeah. I got some things that I wanted to do. I did some things that you wanted to do. And we architected that so that it worked.
Yep.
So we love you. There we go. We started in a bad begonia place, but there's hope for you. Anything you'd say in conclusion, best friend?
No.
Okay. We love you. Have a great holiday. Schedule your meeting and figure it out.